People are not prepared for what is coming. I will continue to sound the alarm over and over and over again. I'm only going to share with you what I'm doing. It's my opinion. Do your own research. I'm going to present to you the facts, figures, numbers, logic, but I want to educate you on what is actually happening. There's so many distractions, so much noise. I want you to think of the Coliseum. You're drunk in the Coliseum. You're looking left. You're looking right. When right beneath your feet, everything is dramatically changing. Now, these are facts, not hype, not bullshit. Over the last 10 years, the United States dollar has lost 78% of its purchasing power to gold. Hint number one. Bitcoin, over the last 10 years, has crushed all markets. Its value has gone up as the purchasing power of the dollar has gone down. Now, what does this mean? What will it look like for our future? How can we properly position ourselves? I'm only going to tell you what I'm doing. My number one goal is to beat inflation. Since 1913, since the Federal Reserve was created, the dollar's collapsed 96 to 97%. The difference is this is not our grandparents' or our parents' economy. We now have a 120% debt to income ratio, so your labor that you trade for income is debt. Then you go take your income, which was traded from time and labor, and then you monetize more debt, giving away future labor. And you can't get out of the system because your labor is traded for income, which is debt. You monetize more debt, taking away future labor that you haven't worked yet. And your dollar is devaluing. The purchasing power is devaluing every single year. So if your raise doesn't beat inflation, you become poor every single year. The American dream became the American nightmare. But there is a way out. It's not get rich quick. It's not the next meme coin. It's not a price prediction. It's understanding how the economic cycles work. So if I asked you, if I ran into you on the street and I said, why is gold and silver at an all-time high? You should be able to answer that question. The reason why is uncertainty. Around the world, there's so much stuff happening. They're watching what's happening in America, the Civil War and Revolution. America is the world's reserve currency. It's supposedly the superpower. The superpower looks like it's burning down. Venezuela, all these things are happening, so there's uncertainty. In uncertainty, money flees to safety. Silver, gold, but there's always a recycling. Things move so fast. Once people start to calm down, those profits will move back into assets. There's risk on, risk off. So what you're probably going to see is you're going to see silver will probably keep going up, gold will go up, and then eventually that will rotate into probably Bitcoin. That will rotate, profits will rotate into Ethereum, and Ethereum will bleed into the altcoins, and then that will cycle. What everybody will do is, and then they'll come collapsing down, and you never took profits. You never built security. You never built safety. You keep believing the hype and the price prediction. Money is called currency for a reason. The elites move their money through the system based on macro and microeconomics. They bury the middle class in debt as deep as humanly possible. Debtors are predictable. Wage workers are easy to control. But people who are buried in debt, who have to trade labor for income, are easy to control. They know you have to show up to work because you have to pay your debt. Money is printed at the top. By the time it gets to us, it's cheap. The elites and the 1% take their money, they put it into assets that beat inflation. That's why gold and silver are an all-time high, because the dollar is in a free fall. Now, it doesn't mean the US dollar is going to collapse. The dollar's not going to be at zero tomorrow, but it does mean there's a monetary transition happening. We are heading into a digital-based currency. Bitcoin is going to be a new store value like gold. AI technology is going to need blockchain. It's going to need fast payment rails. You're not going to stop this. We can argue back and forth, gold bugs, blah, blah, blah. The system is changing. And I want to make it very clear what I'm talking about. After February 20, if you know, you know, comment right here. After February 20, 2026, everything changes. It's not a flip of a switch. It's not a price prediction. Something's going to happen on February 21st. The energetic shift happens on February 20th. Darkness is coming to light, especially in the financial era. Brokers, banks, old systems, centralized systems are all going to start get exposed. You're going to see pastors get exposed. People in religious structures that are doing unethical things are going to get exposed. Banks are going to get exposed. Brokers doing unethical things are going to get exposed. You can't hide from it. What's done in darkness, the seeds that were planted are coming to fruit after February 20th. And now we're transitioning into the new decentralized system. Decentralized finance, decentralized health, decentralized I would say religious, or like relationship with God. Bible sales are through the roof. People are coming back to Jesus Christ. And whatever religion you are, I support you. I love Jesus Christ and I love God. I love freedom. I love decentralization. I also love discipline and consistency. And I think people without rules and too much freedom, well, look at America. Freest country in the world, the most undisciplined. I'm proud to be an American. I built 6 companies. I built financial freedom. I love being American. But do you see what too much freedom does? Lack of rules, lack of discipline. It's not that people need rules. They need discipline, they need consistency, and they need purpose. If you can pull the purpose out of a man, you're making him trade time for money. So much time he can't pay attention. Bury him in debt in a system he can never escape and make him predictable. You can move him any way he wants. So this is a critical video right now and a critical time in history where you should be understanding how the monetary system works. You should understand why US dollars lost 78% of its purchasing power to gold. Why the US dollar is losing its purchasing power to Bitcoin. And when you understand that, you'll start to see clear. Stop following the hype, start following the hope. That era is dead. Stop listening to these influencers. Oh, the next best token that's going to make you a millionaire. They are full of shit. That's not how it works. Wise counsel. If it's too good to be true, it is. Manage your own money. Don't leverage your assets unless you have tons of wealth on the outside to right size that when it goes through a liquidity crisis. Because another 2025 is coming. So learn how the systems work. Buy fear, sell greed, build protection, and de-risk. That's how winning is done. It's here, guys. It's not a game. Warriors, rise! Get your shit together. Love you guys.